Hi, it's T, and today I'm in my sewing area, and I just thought that I would do a vlog today. I'll show you some of the projects that I'm working on and some things that I have been involved in. So right now I am currently doing the applique on the last block that I have to finish for the applique block of the month. I've done a couple of videos where I've shown you this in progress. So I am so glad to be seeing the last block. I have 3 more leaves that I need to stitch. So I've got a leaf here and then 2 here. I just saw that I skipped one. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that first. So let me turn the camera down just so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm actually just using a regular zigzag stitch. I have it at a width of 3.0 and a length of 0.6. And I'm just doing more of a loose zigzag, just trying to get these pieces done. Initially, I thought that I wasn't going to stitch these down by machine. I would just quilt them when I got to the long arm machine, but I thought, you know, with this being a year-long project, that I might lose some of the applique pieces if I didn't stitch them down. So I changed my mind. But the stitching on this is very tedious. I love the pattern and the design. So all today I have been working on this, and I had 3 blocks total, and this is again my last one. But I am so glad to be done almost stitching these things, and I'll show you the other 3. They're on my, the other 2, I mean, they're on my design wall. Yay! I got one more. Now, out of all the times I've been stitching, I've never lost my thread out the needle, but I just did now. And I'm so glad that I'm almost to the end. Last one. Yay! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Finished. So now I just have to put these 3 blocks together. So let me just show you my other 2 blocks. So there is one block there, and the other block is up there. So now I have to put these 3 blocks together and add them to my quilt top in progress. I have 2 rows already put together, and this is my 3rd and final row. And since you're looking at the big elephant in the room, I'll just go ahead and say that that's a project that I'm working on for my quilting group. We're going on retreat at the end of May, and we had to do some prep work before retreat. We're doing Ellie the elephant's pattern, and I think the pattern is in this room. Let me get it for you. It's by BJ Designs and Patterns. So here's the pattern, and this is what we are all working on retreat. One of the other ladies who was in charge of projects chose this. So we need to make our backgrounds, trace out our patterns onto fusible web and stabilizer. So that's why that's on the design wall. And I'll go ahead and just put my other block on the wall just so I know where it is. Okay. Just to keep everything in the same place. Some other things on my wall. Let's see, those are some more. Over here are more of those string blocks I've been just making as chain on and off pieces as I've been working. I've got thread out there that I've been using to applique these pieces down, and then more thread. This is the other side of the tray, so I'm about ready to put that up. And then over here, I will zoom in a little bit, just showing you the new items on my board. These are the 4-patch posy blocks that I had put up. I must have done this for a class where I just cut these pieces and then I never stitched them. So I had stitched just 2 blocks to show in class. So now I have all of those pieces here in this basket. So these will be my chain on and off pieces. So I will be making those blocks, and this isn't really even counted as a project. It's just something that I came across while I was looking for something else. So let me turn you back around and zoom you out. So I just wanted to share what I did yesterday. I actually went to Jackman's store, and they had a grand opening in both of their stores. They have a store in Fairview Heights, Illinois, as well as a store in Creve Coeur, Missouri. So I'm closer to the store in Creve Coeur, but they both are a little journey. But I decided to go to the Scrap Buster class that's held there, and they told us to bring some ugly fabrics that we didn't want to use anymore to use as foundations. And they just had us make little string blocks. So I actually made just 4 of these string blocks in class. And then I also made 2 more that were just straight. I did this on my own. And those are both 10 inches square, in case anybody wants to know. So I just went to see if I could learn something new. I've already done those processes, but what was really nice was that I accidentally went on a day where they were having the grand opening, and they gave us goodie bags. So I know some of the things that are in this bag because they had a note on the bag for us to check to make sure that the t-shirt that they gave us was the right size. So I do know that there is some things in this bag. I know what some of the things are in this bag, rather. So let's open this bag and see what's in here. So I'll go ahead and just start with the t-shirt, and this was the note that was on it. It says, wrong size, please exchange at counter today. And I saw a sign where they were actually selling these shirts for $14.99. So I decided to visit the Fairview Heights store. Not that it matters because it has both of their names on the shirt. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm always making t-shirt quilts, and so after I wear it for a few years, it'll eventually end up inside of a t-shirt quilt, and I'll have a nice history. And I do like that they put the year that they first started their business, which is 1903. I'm just going to dump the bag out so I can see what's in here. So I have a row by row license plate here for you, 113 years, and this is their last year's plate, 2016, and it retails for $7. And then we have a quilt sampler magazine, and this is the one that Jackman's was actually featured in as a featured quilt shop. And it came out in July, but let me check the year, 2014. So it was their spring summer 2014 edition. So they had that inside the bag. And then also a fat quarter was in the bag. So that's what I have. Some other people told me that they had some other smaller items included in their bag, but there isn't any of that in mine. So they had, apparently they just made different types of goodie bags for people. So I'm not sure if everybody got what I got. So I need to check and see if I have this license plate with my row by row. And it's sitting right behind me, so let me see, because that would be very interesting to know if I already have the license plate. Let's see. I have a sheet that I typed that tells me everything that I have in my row by row already. So I have Jackman's fabric, and I have their 2015 license plates. I do not have the 2016, so this is a nice addition. So I need to write this to add it to my collection. Just looking for a pen here. So yeah, so I have that now. And did I add them? Now that I have this out, I'm wondering if I added the Merrily We Sew Along license plate that I got to my actual list. I have it in here, but I did not add it to the list. So I will do that as well. This was the one that I got from the people I bought my long arm from. They did not charge me for it. They just gave it to me as a gift. So now I got my list completely updated and know what I have. And put the items back in. Clean up. That's the part I don't like. Okay. So that is actually all that I'm doing today. I'm going to continue to work on my applique quilt. And while I was at Jackman's, I did find a light Easter print that I wanted to use. So let me go get it and I'll come right back. So while I was at Jackman's, I actually bought a couple of things. I was on the clearance table, and this piece of fabric was $3.97. It's a yard. And I just thought that it had little bunnies and eggs and chicks, and I thought that I could use it as a spacer border on my quilt that I just showed you that I'm working on. So I purchased that. I actually had some gift cards that from Christmas that I needed to use. And I also bought I bought 2 yards of Steamer Seam 2 Light by the yard, and I'm going to be using that with my elephant. And they come in 2 different widths, which I was surprised. I can't remember what the other width is, but this width is about 20 inches wide. I don't see any measurements on here at glance. So this is 18 inches, and I think they had another one that was like 14 or 15 inches wide. So this was $5.50 per yard, and then I got 20% off because they also had a special that everything in the store that wasn't already on sale was 20% off. So that's what I have. I don't have anything else to share with you, so I will just say bye. Hope you get a chance to quilt today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.